Hey YouTube, this is Allaboardmodeltrains, and today we are going to be doing a decoder installation video on this Athearn Ready to Roll SD40-2 Santa Fe paint, Blue Bonnet paint. It's DCC quick plug equipped, so today we're going to show you guys how to install a DCC decoder like something as simple as this Digitrax DH123 into an engine like this. So first of all, when you open up the package, you will see something that is this, which is where the decoder could be plugged into, like this. It could be plugged into there, and then you could solder it into it, but you don't need to use this. You can just use the quick plug, so you don't need that. So today, instead of having to go out and buy a locomotive holder for taking the shell off, we're just going to use something as simple as this, which is the top of the box that came with the engine. So that's pretty simple. We won't need to go out and buy anything unnecessary. So first of all, what we're going to do now is we're going to take the locomotive and we're going to put it in here in the box, just in the top of the box, just so it could rest there. Our first step in taking this locomotive shell off is a little screw here in between the front truck and the front part of the locomotive shell. And so we're just going to unscrew this screw, which loosens the coupler box. We're just going to slide this screw out here. We're going to set that screw aside. Then we're slowly going to bring this coupler box out, and we're going to set that aside also. Now we do the same to the other side here, where we will just simply take this screw off on this side and do the same, where we pull the coupler box out. So we'll just pull this screw out here, and what I sometimes like to do in this case, where this screw is a little bit tighter to get off than you would anticipate, is I would take a flathead screwdriver and to help lift the screw out. And then now we do the same with the coupler box, where we just take it out and set that aside with that screw. So now, there's our locomotive with the coupler boxes taken off. So now that we have the coupler boxes taken off, now we can get taking the locomotive shell off. So carefully bring the locomotive up, and for this case I'll move this, and we're going to set it onto the track here. We're going to get the wheels on there. There we go. And then now we're just going to slowly lift the shell off here. There you go. It just slides off real easy. We're going to set that aside. Just be very careful that you don't bring it off too fast, because there are wires going from the locomotive into the rear headlight and then the front headlight. So make sure you be careful with that so that you don't break those off, because then you'll just have another problem on your hands. So every Athearn locomotive comes with a little chip here, which is a standard chip that comes in it, and this is where the decoder, the quick plug decoder, would go in. And so we'll just easily pops off there. There you go, it's off. So you can either keep this, as this helps the locomotive run on DC if you would not want it to run on DCC. So that's your choice. You can either keep it or not, but I'm going to set that aside for now. And now we are going to take our Digitrax DH123 here, and we're just going to plug it right in. So I'm going to take that and just slide it in. Might be a little tough to get in, but just press it in, keep going in. Make sure that it's going in correctly and you're not putting it in the wrong way, which normally you would put it in with the logo facing you so you can see it instead of facing down. One way to check and see if you've got it in is back here in the back. You can see if you see any of the metal things that connect to the decoder. So if you don't, like in this case, it looks like it's good, so just press on it again, make sure it's good. And now we're going to just simply put the shell back on. So we're going to carefully take that and slide it back onto the locomotive here. And then we're going to take our piece to put the locomotive back upside down, put that back there. So now you're going to carefully take the locomotive because the shell can still pop off. So we're going to take that, we're going to put the locomotive back upside down. And then now we're simply going to just take the screws and the coupler boxes that we did earlier. So we're going to start with the back of the locomotive here. We're just going to take its coupler box here, and if the coupler box pops off while you're using it, don't worry, it's very easy to put back together. But right now we're just going to slide that in, and then we're going to take the screw that came with it, and we're going to take that, simply pop that back in there. Just take it, and if you have a magnetized screwdriver, that would be much easier for you. And then you just take it, you just screw it back in there, screw it tight, but make sure that you can still let the coupler roam freely like that. So then now we're going to focus back over here to the other side of the engine, where we're going to do the same thing, but only with the front coupler. So here, I'll grab this coupler box here. We will slide this in here. If it gives you trouble, just kind of work with it, and sometimes you have to maneuver the coupler boxes to get them back in. So there we go. Got that in there, and now we're just going to simply slide this screw into its spot there, and just make sure that the screw goes all the way in there. And then just if it starts to get hard to screw, bring it out a little bit and make sure that you've got the coupler box in the right spot so you're not putting the screw in sideways. And then just simply take the screw and screw the screw in tight. And as I said in the last one, make sure that your coupler roams freely. And now your locomotive will not have the shell pop off. So now we'll take this away. We're going to put the locomotive back on the track here for a decoder test to see if we've successfully done this now. So we're gonna do that. And now as we test our locomotive after installing our decoder, we now will, whether you're using a Digitrax DCC system or a MRC DCC system, whether you're at a home layout or a club layout, if you don't already know this, to activate your locomotive so you can control it, you go to Loco, you press Loco, and each Digitrax decoder comes already programmed for you as 03, so you click Loco and you enter 03 and click Enter, and then now let's see if our locomotive works. There's the headlight. And then we're going to go backwards first. And there we go. Our locomotive works. Now we're going to bring it back forward to us. Okay, so we've successfully installed the decoder on this locomotive. So thanks for watching Allaboardmodeltrains.com's decoder installation video, and be sure to visit our website for more videos like this and tips and guides on how to do things. So be sure to visit our website at www.allaboardmodeltrains.com, and it's one word just like our YouTube channel name, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching our video, guys.